Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And today we're going to be looking at the brand new Mythical Sentinel Masked Hero on the Exalted Champions meta, who is the final character to release for the 2.5 anniversary. There will be no brand new banners coming out for this team, and the next time we get a brand new banner will be the 29th of May, so we got quite a few weeks until we get to that point. But she is wind, she is magic, she uses a wind sword, so if you made one for, Wind Diablo, you can just take it off of him. On Exalted Champions, Heart of a Hero and Goddess of Destiny, has an AOE wind magic ult, which gives you 10 skill points, which you can use for the next turn, so she just is giving you free SP. Her first skill is that weird gimmick AOE attack state for her own orbs. Specifically, only her, but it turns her, if you're going to send 6 normal orbs, it goes from a single target to an AoE. So all 6 attacks will be AoE hits on multiple enemies if there happen to be them. And she gives herself 10% extra orb damage. And both of these last for 2 turns, which is nice. We'll see how viable that is in actual battle, though. Her second skill, which we didn't know at the time, is a triple orb steal, just like Bride Shuna and Summer Hinata. But it's 5 points cheaper. Theirs cost 30, and Heroes cost 25, and I think that's because she's only buffing greens on her second part of her skill, where the other two, I think, buff all gauges, or all orbs, but it is what it is. Her Valor trait seals attack skills, which is kind of cool, and then her actual trait, if you get dupes, is 6 combo of greens, you get extra attack. Dupes are unnecessary unless you're trying to sweat and Jubilee or something like that. So she is a utility character, mainly because of the triple orb steal, which we know is already very powerful from the other 2 units that have it. This AoE skill is something that we're going to have to really put to the test, and let's just go ahead and jump right into that in what I think is her best use case right now. Okay, I think where this hero is really going to shine is normal, everyday Valor Cup. So she's got cheap buffs. We're going to run her on a team that has cheap buffs. Guy's 25, this Rain is 25, the old hero is 25, and she's got her AoE skill. So she has the triple orb steal just like Shuna and Hinata, like what the big time sweats try and use for their teams. So great, that's covered. We can certainly make her DPS, especially with this AoE skill, and it really doesn't require much setup either. So we're going to get quite a few points here, and we're going to go ahead and pretty much nuke on turn 2. And by nuke, I mean just straight up murder everything. So we'll go ahead and we'll send these 2 old hero orbs, because we're going to guarantee our third one. So next turn we'll have 71 points. Okay, cool. So we'll take these hits, sure, whatever. I really don't care. And now, 71 points. We will orb steal, and we will we'll do the AoE buff. So now you can see that all of her orbs are nice and shiny with this nice rainbow thing going on. And we can use the orb damage buff right here. All souls 50% damage increase. So now with this bright shine and this all target attack state, normally if we would send it, we would only hit Benimaru. But now we will hit everybody. And just based on this, we're going to do a shit ton of damage. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4. Okay. And 5 and 6. We didn't quite kill. That's fine. But, I mean, that's pretty impressive for 2 turns. Alright, they healed a bit. But it is active for 2 turns, which means that even though they're still alive, as long as we have orbs for her, which we do, and we have an ult, but, I mean, we'll just steal again. And I guess we can use the magic buff now for fun, I guess. So boom, there we go. And then we'll send more orbs for her. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're dead. So 10k synergy right there. And then Millam's final one living. So yeah, the AoE hits hit everybody like an AoE should. And that's very, very easy. And if we had used maybe a different buff, maybe the synergy buff, we would have actually murdered everybody on turn 2. And that's pretty good. We could Orb Steal to give her the orbs. We could AoE attack and murder a lot of people at once. And then the follow-up, in case they don't die, we still have access to that AoE skill because it does last for 2 turns. So it can be really, really fun in Valor Cup, or specific stages that are AoE focused. So that's very good. That's a very good example. I think it's the best place she's going to see use. Probably not ranked Valor Cup for that AoE skill, because ranked Valor, you want that overkill damage, and those normal orbs don't do that. You want a nuke with a big-time EX ult, which she can certainly do, but we'll save that for her own Valor Cup video more than anything else. So let's move on to a normal stage. Alright, we're going to use the Exalted Champions team minus Milim, because Milim literally does nothing for this hero. So we replaced her with Rain for the magic buff. That's cheap, unlike the Violet that we were using. We're going to go into Tempered Edge versus Water, Diablo, and Geld, so we have type advantage. And, we're going to have the extra damage increase right here as well. And we're going to see her AoE attacks do a literal butt-ton of damage with, the buff from you, the attack buff, the synergy buff, the magic buff, her own personal orb damage buff, if they survive that long. This should also be a very good showcase of what she can do in an AoE setting. Okay, so we cut to turn 3, because now we have access to pretty much everything that I want to do. So we'll bring the hero in for Veldora, and we can use her steal, her AoE skill, and then we can use a few. So we can do the synergy buff, boom, boom, synergy. We don't have enough to use the Rimuru attack buff, but it really does not matter. And then we'll bring Rain in, and we'll do the temporary magic buff. Right now it's a 40% magic buff and 20% resistance down on one person. So boom, we'll do that. And then we have the element buff from Velzard. So now our orbs are going to do 10% extra damage, the AoE state, and the hero herself has synergy power, 48% magic attack from the Drago effect, and then 60% element. And because these are now both AoEs, well, this is an AoE stage and we have AoE orbs, we're probably going to murder this right now. Yeah, 79k over here. That's really good damage, right? But you got to keep in mind, this is a very old stage. They have like 120 HP or something like that, or maybe 200k. Like, this is not built for EX metas. This came out 2 months after the original half anniversary. So this wasn't even this was 3 months away, 4 months away from the first anniversary with this stage right here. So this is an old stage, and it cannot hold up to the power of EX teams nowadays. But is an AoE stage, right? When you go into a single target stage like this current beatdown battle that we have, it becomes much less useful. Alright, let's put her on the full 2.5 anniversary Exalted Champions meta, and let's go into beatdown battle. So Velzard, Veldora, Rimuru, Guy, Hero, Milim. And, we'll take a look at how useful she can be on this team that she came with and is built for. Alright, so turn 1, orb change with Veldora. It's business as usual. And I think we're just going to go ahead and send these orbs right now, because we don't need to do anything. And we'll see if we can make use of the steal on turn 2. So, this is what I mean by utility, right? Because the AoE effect doesn't mean jack crap to a unit that's not her. And this is a single target stage. We only have to hit one person. So there's also no point in using the AoE skill, because it's not like there's an imaginary 3 characters and that if there's 3, the damage gets added together and into 1, right? And that's not how this works. So if we can steal with Guy, I guess, and we'll do this, we have points, so boom, and you'll use it as an example. If we use this AoE skill, it makes her orbs all bright and shiny, but I'm not trying to hit with her, I'm trying to hit with Milim. And the orbs are no longer shiny, because it's not the hero's orbs, they're now Milim orbs. So let's go ahead and use the green buff, and yeah, I guess we'll do this. Boom. So what have we done with her right now? We've given her Milim 6 orbs, which Okay, cool. That's fine. Did we really need to bring her to do that? No, because that's what Guy is ult rushing for, so we don't have to steal orbs like this. We just get a free ult. So it's a bit unnecessary. So let's bring Guy back in for Veldora, and we'll use the ult rush now. We'll use the synergy. We'll use the attack buff. Boom, 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 and then we'll send her away. She doesn't even have an orb, so cool. All right, let's go ahead and use another Velzard. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so now we have an EX ult for Guy. That's good. The guard, not so much. But now, on turn 4, we're ready to nuke. And what was so different about this run versus the other runs where I didn't have the masked hero? Almost nothing. Almost nothing. So now you can come in for the hero. You've literally done nothing for us. And then, yeah, we'll use the personal buff. And that's it. And that's it. And then we'll use Velzard again. And congratulations. We're gonna probably one-shot. And if not, then we have these follow-ups. So Milim, 2 million. What did the hero contribute to that, realistically? Pretty much nothing. We didn't need to, rush the ult or steal orbs with the hero to guarantee a Milim ult, because we would have gotten that anyways from the natural orbs that are buffed greens and the free ult gauge that Guy gives us. We don't need to bring her, and in fact, we do a butt-ton less damage bringing her than we do, like, Visions of Kolia's Violet. So it's like, why? It's not an AoE stage. I don't need to steal orbs here on this team. So she's quite unnecessary, in my opinion, for the team that she came out for, which is unfortunately a running theme with a lot of units in this game. Okay, I mean, I'm having trouble trying to find places where her AoE actually matters besides Valor Cup and Tower of Isis, which only some fights in Tower of Isis are AoE. All the boss fights are single targets, so it's like that's, again, not useful. We're going to go into Crucible against, I think it's 3 sharks all at once, and we're going to use this team with Old Bride Shizu. We're going to have Pierce Power and the Element buff, and then, her AoEs, and, these stages aren't difficult. It's pure overkill what we're doing here. And it'll just help you clear it faster, which is cool and everything, but again, is highly unnecessary. So, do we get 3? We get a lot of Shunas, okay. So, I mean, they might just straight up die without me doing anything. So, how much health do you have? Yeah, okay, they're dead. They're dead. We don't even have to we just send these 4 orbs and they're dead. Almost dead. Okay, well, if we had 1 more orb, we would have been okay. Still, it's like, you don't need her. If you have Bride Shuna, if you have Summer Hinata, and you use them for what you need to for Valor Cup, then you're good. Like, you don't need to summon on a brand new banner with 1 single featured unit shown on it. You're fine. And the AoE is only going to be good for, the Jubilee that's coming in literally a week. On the 19th, probably. And then if you want to decimate normal Valor Cup, sure. Apart from that, like, there's no difficult content that we need a wind nuking AoE character to send 6 normal orbs on. None of these are what I would consider necessary. Again, beatdown battles, single target. These Tempered Edge stages, yeah, there are a few that are AoEs, but they're all old as shit. Tower of Isis is not difficult unless you make it difficult on yourself by limiting your teams. Valor Cup, again, is her best use case, and she will decimate there. Let's not get that, mixed up. She's going to rock Valor Cup for at least normal fights, and she could also still AoE nuke it as well, because she's still an AoE character, and if you give a character enough buffs, they will look good, regardless of what they are. But, man, apart from that, I don't know where you're going to use her. Like, the Chamber of Memories and Contracts? Like, even the stage that has Force Limit to Goddess of Destiny, which she is on, which is this stage, it's again a single enemy. It's Soe. Again. So it's like, you don't need him there either. So, she's fun to have, right? She's fun to look at. Do you need it? No, it's like a museum, man. It's like an art gallery. It's fun to look at, no touching, and it does absolutely nothing for you in real life. Right? Okay. Is it worth your 6,000 crystals if you have to pity her, which most people probably will? I don't think so. I certainly don't think it was worth it for my 6,000 crystals, but I do it because I'm the content creator, and it's my job. So, she is good for what you need her to do, which is this orb steal. Very good. And the fact that she's even cheaper than the other two, chef's kiss. Awesome. That's the only thing she's got going for her. This AoE skill, useful for 2 things in the game. Valor Cup and 1 upcoming Jubilee fight. Boss battle 1, probably. And then you're never going to use it again. Because if you already have an orb stealing character, you're already using them in Valor Cup. You already have gear set for them. It's fine. So she's fun. Not very useful in real life, because there's not a lot of places where we need this skill to be applied. But, you know, we'll do a whole Valor Cup video separately for her. I might even put that up later today, so we can really get a true example of why she's going to dominate there, apart from this one fight that I showed you. But other than that, guys, like, she doesn't have a good trait. It's not protection or even skill point gain. It's, you know, you got to send 6 greens. I don't know. You guys can let me know how you feel after seeing her in fights now, but you have to understand that right now they don't bring back difficult content where AoEs would actually matter. So we're stuck with whatever they give us in the future, and if none of those are AoE stages, then you're shit out of luck. I probably expect the next meta to be AoE, but it's not now, and it's not going to be every month. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, but that's it from me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.